What if I told you that the goofy guy in sweatpants, singing silly songs and cracking wild jokes on Saturday Night Live, would one day become one of Hollywood's most powerful moguls, worth hundreds of millions of dollars, with his own production company, blockbuster movies, and the respect of the entire industry? That's the story of Adam Sandler. Most people know him as the king of comedy, the man behind classics like Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, and The Waterboy. But what many don't realize is how Adam transformed himself from just a comedian into a Hollywood empire builder. And his journey proves that sometimes being underestimated can become your greatest superpower. So let's rewind and take a deep dive into Adam Sandler's transformation, from stand-up stages to SNL, to building one of the most profitable careers in Hollywood. Adam Richard Sandler was born on September 9, 1966, in Brooklyn, New York, and raised in Manchester, New Hampshire. From an early age, Adam was the class clown. Teachers, classmates, even his family, everyone noticed his knack for making people laugh. But here's the thing, Sandler didn't originally see comedy as a career. In fact, it was his brother who encouraged him to try stand-up when he was just 17. Nervous, unpolished, and a little awkward, Adam got on stage for the first time and discovered his true calling. The audience laughed, and he was hooked. After high school, Sandler went to New York University's Tisch School of the Arts, where he studied acting. But instead of fitting into the mold of a traditional theater actor, Adam leaned into his own quirky style, goofy voices, offbeat humor, and his signature mix of silliness and heart. During this time, he worked clubs at night, building his stand-up reputation. His big break came when comedian Dennis Miller saw his act and recommended him to the producers of Saturday Night Live. In 1990, Adam Sandler joined the cast of SNL. At first, he was just a writer. But soon, his bizarre and hilarious characters made him a fan favorite. Who could forget Opera Man, Canteen Boy? Or his musical bits like the Thanksgiving song and the Hanukkah song? Audiences loved his unpredictable energy. But not everyone in the industry got Adam's comedy. Critics often dismissed him as juvenile, too silly, or even annoying. And in 1995, after 5 years on SNL, Sandler was fired from the show. Now, here's where the story could have ended. Many comedians struggle to bounce back after leaving SNL. But Adam? He turned it into an opportunity. Instead of wallowing, he doubled down on his unique style. He decided to make movies on his own terms. His first big hit came with Billy Madison in 1995. The story of a grown man forced to repeat grades 1 through 12 was absurd, ridiculous, and pure Sandler. Critics hated it. But audiences? They couldn't get enough. The film became a cult classic. And Adam realized something important: he didn't need critical approval to succeed. He just needed to connect with fans. From there, Sandler went on a hot streak. Happy Gilmore in 1996, where he played a failed hockey player turned golfer. The Wedding Singer in 1998, where he proved he could blend comedy with romance. Big Daddy in 1999, where he played a man suddenly responsible for raising a child. Each film made millions, cementing him as a box office draw. But Adam wasn't content with just starring in movies. He wanted control. So, in 1999, he founded his own production company, Happy Madison Productions, named after two of his early hits, Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison. This was the move that transformed him from just an actor into a mogul. With Happy Madison, Adam wasn't just the star, he was the boss. He could greenlight projects, support his friends, and shape his own career path. And that's exactly what he did. Adam filled his movies with his close circle of friends, guys like Rob Schneider, David Spade, and Kevin James. Critics often mocked him for it. But Adam didn't care. He was creating opportunities not just for himself, but for the people he cared about. His films were like family reunions, full of inside jokes and loyal collaborations. Financially, it was brilliant. Movies like 50 First Dates, Grown Ups, and Click were massive commercial hits. Even when critics panned them, audiences showed up. Over the years, Sandler's movies have grossed billions at the box office. But here's the twist: Adam Sandler isn't just a comedian. He's also a phenomenal dramatic actor. In 2002, he stunned audiences with his performance in Punch Drunk Love, directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. It was raw, emotional, and completely different from his comedy roles. Critics who once dismissed him suddenly had to admit Sandler had range. And he proved it again in 2019 with Uncut Gems. His portrayal of Howard Ratner, a desperate jeweler in New York City, was electric. The film was intense, stressful, and showcased Sandler at his very best. While he didn't get the Oscar nomination many believed he deserved, the role reminded the world that beneath the goofy exterior, Adam is one of the most talented actors of his generation. Now let's talk about business. In 2014, Adam made a groundbreaking deal with Netflix. At the time, streaming services were still finding their footing in Hollywood. But Sandler saw the future. He signed an exclusive deal to make movies for Netflix, a move that shocked many. Critics thought it was career suicide. But once again, Adam proved them wrong. Movies like The Ridiculous Six, Murder Mystery, and Hustle became some of Netflix's most watched originals. The deal made Sandler one of the platform's most valuable creators. And in 2020, he signed another deal reportedly worth $275 million. Think about that. The same guy critics called lazy or unfunny is now a cornerstone of Netflix's success. Outside of movies, Adam Sandler has built a reputation for humility and generosity. Despite his massive wealth and fame, he lives a surprisingly low-key life. He's often spotted in public wearing oversized t-shirts and basketball shorts. He's donated millions to charities, hospitals, and children's causes. And he has a reputation for taking care of his crew and friends, sometimes even paying out of pocket to keep them employed. So, what makes Adam Sandler's transformation so remarkable? It's not just about going from comedian to mogul. It's about rewriting the rules of Hollywood. Adam proved that you don't have to play by the critics' standards. You don't have to chase prestige. You can build a career and an empire by staying true to yourself, valuing loyalty, and knowing your audience. From a teenage stand-up comic in New Hampshire, to SNL's goofy breakout star, to box office king, to the head of Happy Madison Productions, to Netflix's billion-dollar partner, Adam Sandler has done it all. And maybe the secret to his success is that he never lost sight of the joy in making people laugh. Whether you love or hate his movies, one thing is undeniable: Adam Sandler built one of the most unlikely and most successful careers in Hollywood history. So the next time you watch an Adam Sandler film, remember, behind the silly voices and crazy characters is a man who turned laughter into a legacy. And that's how Adam Sandler went from comedian to Hollywood mogul. If you enjoyed this deep dive into his story, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more incredible Hollywood transformations. And let me know in the comments, what's your favorite Adam Sandler movie? Happy Gilmore? The Wedding Singer? Uncut Gems? Because one thing's for sure, love him or hate him, Adam Sandler is here to stay.